So since you saw that amazing data, including what happened in my own classroom, I want to share with you a broad picture of what the science of reading is. The science of reading is a body of research that has spanned over 50 years and across a variety of disciplines of scientific study. You might ask, well, if it's been over 50 years, why is it just now coming into play? I'll share that with you in a later video. But for now, you need to know that it has been tested, tried and true. My results are not a fluke. The results for the entire state of Mississippi, not a fluke. There is research behind this, and we're going to get into some of that now. I'm going to start by letting you know that only 5% of children grasp reading almost without any instruction. It's just like magic. And we don't understand that to this point, but we do know that that is 5% of the population. 35% of the population needs what we might call broad support, broad instruction. You're going to give them some support, some activities, some structure, but really it's not that explicit. The final group, 60% of children, need explicit, systematic, detailed, daily instruction in a specific order and with specific components in order to be successful to read. That's 60% of the population. Where does your child fall in? We don't know. So that is why I'm going to give you this systematic, embedded science of reading teaching structures so that you can be successful when you're working with your own children. Something that's really important that you need to understand is children learn faster. They make a faster connection between letters and sounds if there's no print involved, if they don't see the written letter. So we do spend a lot of time with the science reading focusing on phonics. And phonics is great. And we have a good grasp of phonics in the homeschooling community, and that's fantastic. That is really the backbone of what this is, but there's so much more. So I like to call the science of reading Phonics Plus or Phonics with a kick. So yes, phonics is very important. Your child needs to understand that this letter has this sound and has this name, F. They do need to know that, but the way we teach it and the order that we teach it is different because we've learned that children make faster letter sound connections when there's no written text. They can move from something that they know and they've heard about, they've been playing with the f sound. Then when you add the F letter, the written letter, they have something to hook their teeth onto because they've got some background knowledge, they've got something, and the learning takes place much more quickly, much more efficiently. So there are 5 components in the science of reading that we're going to focus on. One is phonics. Phonics is very important, and yes, that's one of the pillars of the science of reading. But even before that, we have something called phonemic awareness. Phonemic awareness is when you are aware of the phonemes. A phoneme is the smallest unit of sound. So you become aware of the sound. How do you become aware of the sound? Not through letters, writing, not through what you see, but through what you hear. And so you're going to spend a lot of time with phonemic awareness, playing with sounds, manipulating sounds. You're going to practice the sounds where you say things and you switch something in and out. You're going to focus on the beginning of a sound, if it rhymes, the ending of a sound, how to substitute sounds. So it almost becomes like a second language to your children, and all of this is oral. This is not done with a single flashcard. And it's done through a variety of games, but it's also taught in a very explicit, systematic way. In the next video that I'm going to do, I'm going to spend time talking to you only about the phonemic awareness piece. And I'm going to give you tools and games and things that you can implement immediately and start practicing with your children so that they become aware of the sounds. Once your child's aware of the sounds, the next step is phonics. We're going to start adding the print so that they can see the letter and make the connection with what's already in their brain. And also they already have the ability to what we call flex sounds. They're able to flex and move and manipulate so that when they learn the rules for the little bitty parts of words, when there's a bigger word, they're going to already know how to break it down. It is amazing. I cannot express enough how important this is, that it's taught in the specific, explicit, systematic way. So we've got phonemic awareness and we've got phonics. The next piece is fluency. You know, children that read, and every word is a struggle. Okay. If that's happening, then they're not going to be able to comprehend what they're learning. They can't go back and remember because they've struggled so much with each individual word. Fluency is critical with our little guys. So that's the third piece. The next piece is comprehension. How many times have you seen a child that can read like the wind? They're a first grader and they can read on a fourth grade reading level. They're amazing with being able to read these huge multisyllabic words. But you ask them a question and they don't have it. That is because they don't have the comprehension piece. So we've got to make sure that we're including that systematically and explicitly. And the last one, finally, is vocabulary. We need them to know the words. And again, it's all about hooking your teeth into something. So I'm going to give you these 5 components piece by piece, breaking them down in our future sessions. And I hope that you're going to follow along, and it's going to be really beneficial and a lot of fun.